Hello everybody, Xander here, and today we are back with another book review. Again, if you're new, I have started doing singular book and comic reviews instead of just funneling all my thoughts into the end of year, every book I read video. So today we're going to be talking about Mort by Terry Pratchett. And this is another installment in the Discworld series, which Pratchett is known for. And last year I had read Guards by Mr. Pratchett, and it was a decent read. And I decided to continue with a different book and a different series in Discworld just to see how it would be. And this is revolving around a young man named Mort who ends up becoming the apprentice to Death, the actual personification of Death himself, who has him assist him in his deathly duty. And Mort will go on multiple adventures, and things will start to spiral out of control. I'm not gonna go into spoilers this time. I think with comics like Spider-Man and the Batman manga, it's a little easier because those are singular books but are part of a larger story, so it makes more sense to talk about them that way, spoiler wise. Excuse me. While still giving a brief spoiler-free review. This is a spoiler-free video entirely. Let's talk about positives. Obviously, we should always start with positives. The British, sense of humor is pretty nice to, try to get, because it's a little different for an American. Sometimes you gotta think about the jokes being told, especially when in the third person writing and not just something a character says. Even then, Terry has his own sense of humor with these books, because just like Guards, there's moments where there are annotations in multiple parts of the book that will give this borderline ridiculous explanation for a small aspect of the Discworld. And there's even moments where the author himself will kind of sort of personally acknowledge something in the book. Like there's a part where there's a perspective break at one point where a character at first says something, and then in that perspective break a character asks a question that almost makes you think that character is asking the other character from far away something. And Pratchett decides to comment on that in parentheses, and it's a little funny. It's unique for a book, I would say. The characters are pretty interesting. I like this version of Death. He's like very trying to be like a human. He's interested in human things, which is why he's adopted a daughter who is human, and why he tries to like have his own human type stuff he might not even need, but is still very much a sort of grim, no pun intended, character. And Mort is like a naive country boy, kind of, who becomes a part of this greater sort of world, and tries to find a place in this world, even though he's not always appreciated, especially early on. And then some other characters, including Def's daughter, Isabel. Negatives are definitely more nitpicky for me. Say the lack of chapters, which is the problem I had with the last Pratchett book. It's a unique vein, I'll say, because I'm so used to books having chapters. But, that is a unique flair to him, which I'll admit. But paired with, the amount of descriptions, you've got to really put yourself in there and make sure you don't miss a thing, because you might be a little confused at points. I was a little confused at points, but it was only for the most part. But that's just me. Obviously, Pratchett has his bigger fans who can get with all of that and not care one bit and just enjoy this humorous world. And I'm trying to definitely enjoy it. I have one other Pratchett book, which is Snuff, which is a continuation of the Night's Watchman series. So I might try that sometime in the future and see, cement whether or not I want to continue reading his stuff in print or if I want to go to audiobooks, because I know there are audiobooks of some of his work done by really talented British actors. So I might move to that at some point, because I don't want to put off Mr. Pratchett, for good, just probably in print. But oh well. That's just me, a very casual reader. But let me know what you thought of this book or any of Terry Pratchett's work. And I'm excited to see what else he has to offer, whether it's in print or in audio form. And then there's also American Gods with Neil Gaiman that I'm also excited for. I wonder, how much Pratchettness, so to speak, is breathed into that book, and how much Neil Gaiman breathes into. I wonder how much it is with that. So it'll be interesting to figure that out. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick spoiler for a review of this book. I don't know if it'll help you decide on whether or not to read it. Maybe you've already read it. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk a bit about it so I wouldn't have to as much when it eventually gets to the New Year's every book I read video, just like the last couple of years. So yeah, check this out if you haven't. And speaking of checking out, check out my channel if you haven't. There's a couple of other book review videos. I'm about to get another one done somewhat soon. But yeah, check out some of my other stuff. Maybe even like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I'll see you guys next time.